Okay, welcome back to the another video. Today we're gonna look on the topic, a very important topic, like how we can become a malware analyst. So in this video, I'm gonna give you a complete career guide and how you can become a malware analyst. Okay, so in a very easy word, the malware analysis is really important and rapidly growing role within the cybersecurity. Okay, and yeah, the malware analyst can work as a security engineer, also can work as a digital forensic expert, and yeah, also can be part programmers. And these are crucial function provide in a depth intelligence after a cybersecurity event happened, like once the initial cyber attack has been identified and contained, it's critical that through the analysis and the analysis and the examination of the incident take place. This will necessarily include a close look at the tools and methods used by the any kind of the malware analysis, not any kind of the malware analysis, basically malware analysis. So malware analysis has a lot of tools and techniques. So we have the static and dynamic, so you guys need to learn these static, dynamic and hybrid techniques to analyze that files whatever the incident happens, right? So there are actually what okay, let's talk about what education we need to become a malware analyst. Basically there are I'm gonna suggest you, basically anyone can learn the malware analysis. You just need to know how a computer work, that's it. So if any person know like what is computer and how it work, right, so that person is really good to go for the malware analysis. And yeah, so in a cross cybersecurity we provide a certificate for malware analysis, so you guys can learn these things by our by the cross cybersecurity. So it's really good to have a certification because you have a advantage in your hand, because you're gonna learn about the all the techniques and tools. And after that completion of the malware analysis certification, you're gonna have a certified malware analysis, and that is could be easy for you because you will easily can get a job as a fresher or as a experienced one. So there are a lot of companies who hires malware analysis. So basically we have the McAfee, Kaspersky, and Mindtree, and there are a lot of company. Those company hires malware analyst, right? So those companies basically needed that person need to know like how to use the all the techniques and tools in depth also, right? And that person need to know what kind of the sample it examining, that whatever the functionality it contains, that you need to be familiar about that, not the familiar exactly, we can say you can analyze that what kind of the functionality it contains, what kind of the functions it contains, right? So what kind of the code it contains inside, right? So these all the tools and techniques you have to learn, and then you're really actually doing a malware analysis actually. And you can do by your own also, you can do the googles, you can search on the youtubes. Okay, so yeah, so it's really good to have a hands-on the certification, because it's really good to have a certification, and you easily can get a job, and it's advantage for you whenever you go for the interview, right? So it's like you already have a certification, so there is must you know very well like how to use the tools and what are the techniques that when we do the malware analysis, right? So if we're talking about where and what field you can get a job, there are the private sections, also the government sections, right? So you can get a job in the government also, so you have to just learn about those all the techniques and tools as I explained. So yeah, so it's really good to have a certification. And mm, yeah, so yeah, it's really good to have a certification in your hand, so that could be advantage for you, right? So yeah, one more thing, so whenever you learn all the techniques and tools from our ends or from yourself, right, you have to keep continue analyze those all the advantage, not the advantage, advanced malwares and advanced viruses. And you have to be well familiar the uh, those virus and malwares is uh, like running in current times, right? We can say the famous like ransomware. Let's talk about like ransomware and the rat remote access trojan. So those all these malware you have to very well known and get familiar of their functionality. So how you gonna learn these all things? Simply you have to do the practice, or you have to take the guidance from our teachers or guidance from our trainers. So yeah, so as I mentioned, we have a certification and you can contact in across cybersecurity, and you can take your certification and you can good to go. So yeah, very best of luck for your future. And yeah, one more things you can do, first research about that, then decide your career path.